In just under 2 hours, doors will open to the Florida Gun Show. And in light of the Parkland school shooting and discussion about gun control in the national spotlight, the show is drawing some controversy.
ABC Action News reporter Isabel Rosales is live at the Florida State Fairgrounds. Good morning, Isabel.
Good morning, ladies. And when it comes to these shows, there's one main point of controversy, the so-called gun show loophole, where people can come and buy a gun legally without doing a single background check. However, we are finding out that this may not be an issue here. In fact, let me introduce you to George Fernandez. He's a manager at this gun show, Florida Gun Show. And George, how common is it that somebody's going to walk out of the show with a gun, but without a background check?
Well, the percentage of vendors that are federal firearms licensees versus the vendors that we have that are private vendors, private sellers, are in favor of the background check because at all federal licensed firearms dealers have to conduct a background check. Everyone has to go through the FDLE NICS check, receiving a unique approval number, and then the firearm can be transferred. Because we have over 140 vendors here, and like I said, about 95% of our vendors are federally licensed firearms dealers. Background checks are the norm.
Okay, now in light of the shooting that's happened in Parkland, has it changed anything about the way these vendors are doing business?
Well, we've been informed that the vendors are very, very busy. They have been, conducting a massive amount of sales, and the public is coming out and speaking, just by coming out to the show, they're speaking their minds and saying, hey, we're not necessarily in favor of more gun legislation. We're in favor of safe gun legislation.
And on that topic, real quick, what are vendors, what are customers telling you about the proposals out there, whether it's raising the age, mental health, targeting certain guns or high capacity magazines? What are they telling you?
Well, the majority of vendors that we have spoken to that they have come up and expressed their opinions is that they feel that the incident that happened in Parkland, Broward County, was a mental health issue to begin with. There were a lot of signs, there were reports to multiple law enforcement agencies that were not acted upon, and we're not shifting the blame. This is a very tragic event, and on behalf of Florida Gun Shows, we extend our deepest condolences to the families, and we don't want to seem insensitive by holding this show so close to the events that happened. But the majority of the persons that have come here have expressed that it's consistent that it was a mental health problem.
Okay, George, thank you so much. Obviously, this is a complicated subject that requires more than the time we've had here, but I do thank you for your time. Live at the Florida State Fairgrounds, I'm Isabel Rosales, ABC Action News.